We are taking you into the news right now with the Fox 45 news feed. It's 11 a.m. The man accused of killing a Baltimore City school student is captured in Texas after police say he tried to flee the country. How community members are being credited with helping police track him down. Plus, a bill backed by Baltimore City State's Attorney Ivan Bates still up in the air in Annapolis. The hearing happening today that could provide some answers. And parents are still unsure how they're going to pay for their kids' college after their 529 savings were wiped out. The new hearing happening today that could offer some answers. Fox 45 News Midday starts now.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News Midday.
Thanks for joining us for Fox 45 News Midday. I'm Patrice Sanders. We begin with breaking news. Police say a 75-year-old woman who has been missing since October has been found dead, and they are investigating the case as a murder. Police say human remains were found earlier this month, and they are those of 75-year-old Versie Spell. She was reported missing in October of last year. Her remains were found March 7th, just a little more than a quarter mile from her home. Homicide detectives are now investigating. A Baltimore City murder suspect captured in Texas will be brought back to Baltimore. Police say they've arrested the person wanted for shooting and killing a 16-year-old city school student.
As part of our investigation, we were given witness information that our person of interest was in Texas and was attempting to flee the country.
Police say 23-year-old Roger Mendoza is the person who shot and killed 16-year-old Isaiah Carter outside of his high school. Investigators say the exact motive for the murder is unclear, but it happened after a dispute. Commissioner Michael Harrison says people stepped up and they shared the suspect's identity.
Yes, people are fed up, and this is why we ask for help. And when we get support from members of our community, and we had witness information, this is how we turn cases around and bring closure to families that much faster.
Yes, you know, when we're talking about young people, people are especially going to be fed up when we're talking about kids who we know haven't even started to scratch the surface of what potential that they can grow into be.
Now, the arrest in this high-profile city murder comes as several big crime bills in Annapolis are up in the air. Midnight marked the end of the crossover day in Annapolis. That's the deadline for legislation to clear one chamber, make it to the other, in order to have a chance of becoming law. But the bill, backed by Baltimore City State's Attorney Ivan Bates, still remains in limbo following the deadline. Taylor Stewart brings us a look at what is expected for the bill today. Taylor.
That bill is actually scheduled for a Senate hearing today. The thought, though, is that the legislation may be rolled into another bill in order to pass. Recall, this goes back to the bill backed by City State's Attorney to increase the maximum penalty for illegal gun offenders. Right now, it's 3 years. This would bring it to 5 years. And it's gotten support from lawmakers, and we'll see what happens today based on that hearing. Take a look at this most recent Gonzalez poll. It shows crime and public safety as a top concern for voters. In fact, 35% of black voters statewide say crime is their top priority. And in Baltimore City, that number goes up to 50% of voters saying public safety tops their list. And on that end, the governor says lawmakers are making progress.
This administration is moving with a new sense of collaboration with the members of the Maryland General Assembly.
The crime issue battle is a battle not between Democrats and Republicans, but between progressive Democrats and moderate Democrats.
Senate Bill 1 is moving forward. It restricts where legal gun owners can bring firearms in public. Other bills, like the Violent Firearms Offender Act, cracking down on repeat violent offenders, particularly increasing those penalties when it comes to gun crimes, even in juveniles, that's not likely to get through. That Senate hearing, though, for that bill that's been backed by Bates is set for today at 1 o'clock, and we'll update you when new information comes through. Taylor Stewart, Fox 45 News.
Fox 45 News is helping you to make your voice heard. If you want to reach out to your lawmakers to let them know what you'd like to see passed, scan the QR code on your screen. That will take you to our website, where we've put together a list of email addresses and phone numbers for state senators and delegates, including Senate President Bill Ferguson and House Speaker Adrian Jones. Developing right now, a Manhattan prosecutor is considering criminal charges against former President Donald Trump. The former president predicts that he will be arrested today, saying that he'll be the first to ever do so. A live look right now out of New York City, where a grand jury appears to be wrapping up its investigation of hush money payments. Now, Trump denies any wrongdoing, and he is blasting the investigation as politically motivated, posting on his social media platform that he would be arrested today as part of what he calls a political witch hunt. Now, after Trump called on his supporters to protest, law enforcement officials are bracing for possible unrest. Barriers and security cameras now being installed around the DA's office in New York City. 11:05. Here's a look at today's top trending stories. Trending number one, a circuit court judge dismisses a lawsuit that would have struck down the memorandum of understanding between the Baltimore Police Department and Johns Hopkins University Police Department. The lawsuit argued the memorandum is invalid due to errors and conflicts with state law. The group that filed the lawsuit says it will appeal. Trending number two, the federal manhunt for former Governor Larry Hogan's ex-chief of staff, Roy McGrath, continues. A week ago yesterday, McGrath failed to show up for his federal fraud trial in Baltimore. The FBI has searched his Florida home. His wife and his attorney both say they are concerned about him. Trending number three, there is a new name for the Baltimore Health Department. The department now named in honor of Dr. Maxie Collier, the city's first black health commissioner. Collier served as health commissioner from 1987 to 1990 and helped expand health services to underserved communities, expanding substance abuse treatment and mental health programs. Fox 45 invites you to come out and join us at the Be More Healthy Expo. It's coming up this weekend, March 25th, at the Baltimore Convention Center from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. The expo can help guide you on your journey toward a healthier lifestyle. You can receive free health screenings, check out cooking demonstrations, even learn about life-saving skills. What's still ahead? If it feels like the walls are closing in on you, it might be because they are. Coming up, we're going to look at how apartment sizes are shrinking nationwide and where renters are finding the smallest and the largest spaces. Inflation is hitting the dollar store. The popular discount chain is pulling some products from store shelves altogether, saying they just can't make a profit. And President Biden signs a bill declassifying COVID documents, how it could help us better understand the origin of the virus.
Tracking your weather story for today, a sunny and warmer afternoon. Not much wind as well. Temperatures staying above average. We are tracking some rain later this week, but we will not have any rain to get in your parade today. In fact, mid-60s for your highs. Overnight lows drop into the 40s. More clouds on Wednesday, but temps stay in those mid-60s. Back with your full forecast in just a few minutes.
Fox 45 News, winner of 17 2022 Regional Emmy Awards, more than all other Baltimore news stations combined.
(11:09) and taking a look at your social stream, Wyoming is now the 19th state to ban transgender athletes from playing on girls or women's sports teams. Republican Governor Mark Gordon is allowing the bill to become law, but refuses to put his signature on it. He says he agrees with the overall goal of fairness in competitive female sports, but adds that the ban is, quote, draconian and discriminatory without attention to individual circumstances. The new law applies to public school students in grades 7 through 12. Gordon points out there are only 4 known transgender student athletes in Wyoming. People reacting, one person saying Some common sense prevailing. Another person saying, why not let the voters decide? President Biden signs a bill into law that will declassify intelligence on the origins of COVID-19. The bill unanimously passed both chambers of Congress earlier this month. It orders the National Intelligence Director to declassify all information on potential links between the virus and the Wuhan Institute of Virology in China. Information that could compromise national security will remain classified. Now, some people believe that researchers at the institute created the virus and accidentally released it. Others believe it originated in an animal. The U.S. intelligence community is divided on the issue. So are people on social media. One person going so far as to say COVID wasn't real, to which Gail responded, my friends and family members who died or who contracted it beg to differ. Shame on you. Egg prices have gotten so high, Dollar Tree can't afford to sell them anymore. The discount chain sells most products for $1.25 and a small selection of items for $3 or $5. The company used to sell cartons of 8 or 6 eggs for $1.25, but that is no longer the case. Short supply and high production costs are partly to blame for the sky-high egg prices, but producers are also using those factors to justify maximizing their profits. Here's what you're saying about that. John says, this is laughable. I just got eggs at the supermarket for $2.49 a dozen. Another person, I've seen $2.58 at Aldi a few weeks ago, but Stop & Shop had a dozen eggs priced at $4.99 yesterday, and I am not paying that. Still ahead, first it was Twitter. Now Facebook is asking users to pay for that little blue check mark. How much the company is asking users to pay and the added features that will come with the verification.
Families continue to demand answers regarding their Maryland 529 college savings plans. Just ahead, the relief that may finally be on the way.
And coming up later today at noon, it's Karamo. Then at 1, it's Sherry, followed by Hot Bench at 2. 11:12 now on Fox 45 News Midday. (11:14) now. We're back with a live look over at Towson. We started off chilly this morning, but the sun is helping to warm things up, and we're looking at a much less windy day than yesterday. Coming up, we're going to check in with meteorologist Justin Chambers to see when we could actually hit the 70s. Continuing coverage now of the fallout surrounding Maryland's 529 plan. More than a year after what Maryland 529 calls a calculation error, families are still looking for answers. Many say that error is costing them thousands of dollars.
I would have had that money in a different plan. Now I don't have the money.
So myself and many parents who believed in what, the state of Maryland was telling us are now unable to pay for our children's education.
Now, parents may be able to get some answers. As Shannon Lilly reports, there is a hearing happening today in Annapolis.
Yeah, that hearing will be in the House today, discussing the future of Maryland's embattled 529 college savings plan. It comes after one family and parent after the other has come forward describing their experience with this plan like a never-ending nightmare. Well, now there is bipartisan support for repealing the Maryland 529 board and giving control of the college savings fund to the office of the state treasurer. Now, the bills in the Senate and House will not make the crossover day deadline, which was yesterday. The lawmakers say it will not stop them from passing this legislation.
The Maryland 529 program, which was filed late as a result of a number of different reasons, but I think is the right legislation. I think there's agreement with the House that we want to move that program to the Treasurer's office and wind down the prepay program. So I feel good about that one coming afterwards.
Again, Maryland 529 has been under scrutiny for over a year now following an alleged interest calculation error. That error causing the agency to block parents from accessing all of the money in their accounts and ultimately slashing many of their savings by thousands of dollars. Well, now today, parents may finally get some answers and some relief may be on the way as long as this hearing goes as expected. So, of course, we'll be monitoring it closely. Reporting in downtown Baltimore, I'm Shannon Lilly, Fox 45 News, Midday.
And as Shannon just said, we are staying with this story. Coming up later this afternoon at 4, the move in Annapolis following that hearing that could dissolve the board. City State's Attorney Ivan Bates wants to toughen sentences for gun offenses. At 5, the show of support despite the bill's uncertain future. And Baltimore County Police say there has been an arrest after a carjacking on the campus of Towson University. At 6, Fox 45 News is pushing for more information as details of the arrest remain unknown. You can get Fox 45 News in a flash through your Amazon Alexa or Echo. We now deliver your local headlines and forecasts in less than 2 minutes. If you have an Amazon device, tell it to enable Fox 45 Baltimore. 11:17 and now to today's talking point. Facebook's parent company, Meta, is testing a new paid verification option for Facebook and Instagram. Meta Verified starts at $11.99 a month. That's on your desktop. It's an extra $3 if you want to use the app on your phone. Besides verification, users get enhanced protection against impersonation accounts and direct access to customer support. Users need to be at least 18 years old to be eligible. Mark Clark with Be More Lifestyle is here now. Are you paying for a blue check?
No, Patrice, all these years, I don't have a blue check. Oh, you know what? I might have a blue check. I think I have a blue check now. But I was going to say I don't have one, but I don't have one on Instagram. But yeah, I don't really need a blue check. You know what I mean? I wouldn't pay $11.99. That's a cable. That's one of those streaming services that I'm not using right now.
Right, and $14.99 on your phone because you know that's how most people use it. And so my other question was, do you have to pay both fees if you want to use it? Do you have to pay the desktop? Because I use it on my desktop every once in a while, mostly on my phone. Do you have to pay both? And the other thing is, I don't know that I'm going to ever want that or need that or use that for my personal accounts. But if you have business accounts, and so now is Fox 45 going to pay for the blue check mark for all of ours to be verified?
But you have a blue check already. Yeah, no, they're not.
But if they're going to have to pay for it now, that's a lot of folks.
But you know what, Patrice, everybody knows who you are, so you don't need it.
No, everybody knows who I am, but other people like to have, I've been hacked before.
Yeah.
And, they're good here. Our digital team is good at spotting it and shutting it down and taking whatever actions need to be taken, but it's happened.
$11.99, $14.99, no, sir, not for me.
Look, I think it's time for social media detox.
Right,
I'm going off the grid. All right, Mark. Well, it's a chilly but calm start to the day. We're going to see sun and a little less wind than yesterday. As meteorologist Justin Chambers is showing us, it is much better than the strong storms those in Colorado are seeing.
Well, I used to live in Colorado. Pikes Peak is actually behind here. This is from my friend Matt Meister, who's the meteorologist at my old station, but it's a really pretty picture of one of the viewers out there. This is a convective storm over Pikes Peak, and you can actually see that from Cripple Creek looking back toward the mountains and the Rockies. Some front range thunderstorms and some showers, not snow out there, but they actually had some rain. Now, we're not really getting any rain here, at least not in the immediate future. We're talking about numbers that are going to be in the above average category. Up upper 50s and low to mid 60s for the next few hours. Notice the average high of 56, so we're going to be blowing past that by noontime and on our way to the low and mid 60s, about 10 degrees warmer than where we were yesterday. So a high of 64 today with plenty of sunshine, not much wind. Today, the primo day out of the next 7. And even later this week, we've got a little bit of rain to get through, but our temperatures are going to stay very spring-like. So keeping those numbers into the 60s for Carroll and Baltimore counties this afternoon. Over to Reisterstown, Towson, Lutherville, Timonium, right about 64 at Canton and Fells. And if you're heading out to areas in Fed Hill, we're going to see good conditions today. Lower 60s for Ellicott City, Columbia, out through Elkridge, and even all the way down through Anne Arundel County. A little cooler near the water for Shadyside, Annapolis, which we typically see, but overall looking at pretty nice numbers. So Carlos the Crab is happy. Got a happy crab there on your Crabcast, a 5 for today. That's what we're looking at. So definitely a good day to be outside with the kids and maybe just yourself, maybe doing some flying on your Pilot Cast. We're talking about VFR, visual flight rules all day and not nearly as windy. So what's going on with our future scan? We got this ridge of high pressure that's sliding in from the south. That's going to head out to the east. On the backside of that, we'll pick up some of that southerly wind, and that brings in the warmer air, but also bringing in some more cloud cover by Wednesday afternoon. We will see a few showers late on Thursday, but a better chance for rain really comes in on Friday. So your exclusive 10-day forecast, 60s today and tomorrow, lower 70s Thursday. We'll keep the 60s into the weekend and just a bit cooler early next week.
All right, Justin, thank you. Still ahead, Amazon is known for its fast deliveries, but this fast? Coming up, who police say was behind the wheel of an Amazon truck that was caught jumping curves and speeding through people's yards? And speaking of Amazon, the tech giant is getting ready to lay off thousands of workers, how it might impact delivery times. A big night of TV tonight on Fox 45. At 8, it's 911 Lone Star. Then at 9, it's an all-new Accused. And keep watching for Fox 45 News at 10 and Fox 45 News Late Edition. 11:22 now on Fox 45 News Midday. 11:25, don't miss this. We are back with some shocking video of an Amazon truck speeding down a Wisconsin road. Did you see what it just did? Police say someone stole the truck and then tried to get away. You can see the truck is jumping curbs, is cutting across people's grass before eventually stopping. The driver was arrested. Now, speaking of Amazon, more tech layoffs are coming. Amazon said it is preparing to let go another 9,000 workers. The cuts will come over the next several weeks. Amazon says the new round of layoffs will not impact deliveries and will instead target the Amazon's cloud computing, advertising, human resources, and Twitch units. It's not just Amazon. Foot Locker also downsizing. The company announced plans to close about 400 stores by 2026. It will have a smaller footprint in some shopping malls as it closes underperforming stores. And ahead of a possible ban, TikTok's CEO is releasing new numbers on how many active users the app has. When he testifies later this week before the House Committee on Energy and Commerce, TikTok's CEO is expected to tell Congress the site has more than 150 million regular users. That would be a 50% jump in the number of monthly active users since TikTok last released its data. Lawmakers from both parties argue TikTok's owner, China-based ByteDance, poses a threat to national security. It's time now for your lunch break. A bald eagle takes his lunch break and snacks on some pizza. Is that what we're seeing? Oh, a photographer in Connecticut, oh, there we go, captured photos of a bald eagle swooping down, grabbing the pizza. The bird beat out 4 crows for that coveted slice. Not surprised about that. Pizza, it's worth fighting for. That's all we have for Fox 45 News Midday. Be More Lifestyle is up next. Mark Clark is back to tell us what they're working on.
Hi, Patrice Sanders. How are you?
I'm great, Mark Clark.
People say, why do you always say Patrice Smith? I did mornings with Patrice Smith in South Carolina. So Patrice Sanders, who I've known for over 20 years, sadly sometimes, Be More Lifestyle is coming up next.
You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Be More Lifestyle.
And what's up, Baltimore? I'm Mark Clark, and this is Be More Lifestyle live from Studio B at Fox Baltimore. Lady T is here, along with Persia Nicole from 92Q. Good morning, ladies. Let me tell you, right now, Home Sweet Home is getting smaller. A new report finds apartments in the U.S. are shrinking. According to a report from rentcafe.com, the average size of a new apartment in 2022 was less than 900 square feet. That's about 50 square feet smaller than the average apartment a decade ago. And you might think the smallest apartments are in New York City, but according to the report, the smallest apartments are actually in Seattle, where the average apartment size is less than 700 square feet.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Lady T, are you feeling the pinch?
Oh, no, of course. That sounds like the size of a cereal box. I don't like that. I do not like that. That is stupid. Why is it getting smaller? It needs to be bigger. You got to give us more bang for our buck, and this is why I'm getting a sugar daddy, so I don't have to worry about an apartment size or anything like that. I'll be living in a mansion, darling.
Well, Persia Nicole has a gated mansion, so she doesn't even worry about it, right, Persia?
Hey.
Well, I heard that little homes are in. Like, I've always wanted to live in, like, a little small home. So, I don't know. I'm kind of down with the 700 square feet. I have 2 baby dogs and a son. We could all fly in there. My husband's somewhere.
She said we could all climb. Oh, no, this is not a tent. We are not trying to be up in there something like that.
We went to New York this weekend, and we stayed at a place called a Pod. You seen this a hotel?
Oh.
Let me tell you something. I hit my head in the bathroom and almost fell out. So I need space.
No. We're all going to be in pods in the future, apparently. All these futuristic movies have us in pods.
That's true. Now, when it comes to traveling by plane, the TSA is tasked with stopping dangerous items from getting on the plane, and that's what led to a famous 3-ounce liquid rule. But that TSA is now dividing the internet after saying peanut butter is a liquid. Wait a minute. It comes after a viral tweet where a man says his jar of peanut butter was confiscated, being too large. The TSA responding saying since peanut butter takes the shape of the container, it's a liquid. What about chunky or crunchy? Persia, do you think peanut butter is a liquid?
You heard what Drake said. You know how sticky it gets. I think that peanut butter...
What?
It could be considered a liquid. I mean, you could hide things inside. It could stick inside. You won't know what's in there. So, listen, I want to be safe on the plane. I got to get to Barbados, okay? So I need to be good.
Wow, so Persia Nicole is a hater. Okay, Lady T, what do you think?
Who is that desperate that they got to take some peanut butter with them on the flight, and they like, please don't take this. No,
don't
first
judge
of all,
me.
You should not be taking no peanut butter on there with you if you're getting flued out. Number two, is peanut butter liquid? It is soft, and so if that's a liquid, then butter is a liquid then too, because that could be, broken down into a smaller substance. So I feel like maybe they're right, but TSA is so strict and a little too strict. So I mean, they take anything from you. I want my lotion back, TSA, and my body wash too.
Well, we want to let everybody know neither one of our panelists is a doctor or a scientist, okay? We want you to tell it. Is peanut butter a liquid? Vote on our website, FOX45.com/vote. And when you get to the website, make sure you click on the Lifestyle tab. You can also vote on our Fox 45 News app. At the end of the show, we'll find out if it's chunky or if it's smooth. When it comes to flying, there's a debate over whether it's okay to ask someone to switch seats with you. It's become a hot topic recently, especially airline workers want to keep families seated together. It begs the question, if someone asks you to switch seats, is it taboo to say no? I don't think it's taboo. I just think it's kind of like jerkish, but I understand sometimes. Persia Nicole, who gets flown out recently, what do you think? Flew out.
City girls up this summer. Okay,
yes.
Well, listen, I think that, come on, don't ask me to get up. I already buckled my seatbelt. I already got my bag underneath. I'm not going to get up. And not to be, nasty, so rude, but I'm not getting up out of my seat. Don't ask me. I'm not doing it.
Okay, Lady T, you agree?
Look, Persia, it's straight facts, baby. Listen, I try to look as unapproachable as possible on a flight, so don't talk to me. Don't tell me get up. The fact that you even got the question out your mouth, I did something wrong. It was me. So, no, I'm not getting up to switch seats with you. I don't care. Because, get on the flight earlier. Get that A section, baby. Check in earlier. Be like me, okay?
Well, let me say, as a big person, people pretty much don't talk to me on the airplane. I see the fear in the eyes when I'm coming. They be like,
They be like, well, oh, you be getting on the flight late. No, you got to get in that A section, baby. No.
You're better than me. I rarely get the A section. I get that Z section. Yeah.
That's what it is, because you're getting on late. Them C-section people, those are people who book late. That's on you.
You know that look when you're the last person on the plane and everybody's like, oh.
Yeah.
Well, ladies.
That's the worst thing.
Thank you as always. And shout out to the hair on this show. The hair on this show is astounding. Wow. Okay. Coming up, wedding bells are in the air. Maryland native and superstar singer Tamar Braxton is off the market. Lady T shares what we know about her fiance coming up. But first, it's starting to warm up, and that means more time outdoors and outdoor sports. Coming up, a new and quick, easy way to relieve leg pain. Okay, I like that. Stick around.
You're watching Be More Lifestyle.
Spring is almost here. Well, actually, spring is here, and that means most of us will be outside, exercise, playing, having a good time, and sometimes that could cause aching legs. Genevieve Gordillo has a deal on a handy solution to ease your leg pain for America's Steals and Deals.
The following segment is sponsored by Knocking.
Well, you guys know that we're always looking for products that will help improve your life and just your overall health. This is one of those. This is Reathlete Air C Pro. Now, compression therapy was used by pro athletes and physical therapists for years. And now Reathlete, a brand you guys have loved, is bringing that therapy into your home. Here's how it works. First of all, you get comfy, and then you just simply slip on the leg sleeves and zip them up, and then you start the leg massager. These are rechargeable, so you can do this therapy literally anywhere you want. Compression therapy stimulates blood flow to increase healing. It happens faster. Maybe you just overdid it at the gym, or maybe you're recovering from surgery. Most often, you have to leave the house for physical therapy, which can be costly and time-consuming. These are also great for in-between therapy sessions to maximize treatment, and that means less time at the doctor. My husband had surgery, and these came in really handy for his feet. All you do is use the remote control and pick your settings, whatever feels good. Here's the deal. Do you really need an excuse to get relaxing leg massage? No, you can have one at home every day with this product. We're offering 33% off, you guys. So stop feeling guilty about taking care of yourself and pick one up today. And go to asadeals.com.
Still ahead, millennials rejoice. If you were a kid in the 90s, it's news that will make you smile. Lady T sharing the good news about the 90s cult classic, Good Burger. And fans are expressing concern for 90s child star Amanda Bynes. The latest episode that's prompting medical attention coming up next. It's time to spill the tea this Tuesday. Lady T joins us right now.
Hey, fellow tea sippers, listen up. All right, breaking news. Amanda Bynes was placed on a psychiatric hold. TMZ reported that she was found roaming the streets naked.
What?
So it was early on Sunday morning. She apparently waved down a car and said she was coming down from a psychotic episode. She then called 911 herself, and then she was taken to a hospital where doctors said they needed to hold her. She's currently hospitalized and will probably be held for like 72 hours. It could be extended depending on how well she does. Her conservatorship started in 2013. She was diagnosed with bipolar disorder around that time. Her conservatorship ended March of 2022. So what does this tell us, people? It tells us that we need to mind our business because we keep getting these conservatorships ended, and these people need help. These child stars who we looked up to, they need help, and that's essentially what it is.
Well, my question is, what is going on in Hollywood that makes these kids go crazy?
Something is going on, so we gotta come on, prayers up for these people, okay? All right, up next, you guys, I've got some exciting news now. Tamar Braxton has some good news. She's engaged, the four-time Grammy nominee originally from Maryland. She posted on her page her fiance. He made his debut. His name is Jeremy J.R. Robinson, I guess. So the tea is that she met him on a reality show called Queen's Court. She and reality star Evelyn Lozada, we know her from Basketball Wives, and singer Nivea, don't mess with my man. Now, they were on there looking for love. Evelyn got engaged to Tamar's bae, Mr. Robinson. You see him right here. This man has 5 kids with 4 different women. I'm not sure what this man does for a living, but it's clearly enough to afford all them babies, okay? Also, Tamar turns 46 years old this week. Happy birthday to her. That was her fiance right there. You see him wishing her a happy birthday. So congrats to her. I still got some questions, but congrats to her. You know, she's Maryland's own. I think she also went to my alma mater, Bowie State University, so shout out to her and Tony Braxton, okay?
Yeah.
But yeah, so she's found love apparently, Mark. What do you think?
I think she should wait.
You think you should what?
Wait.
Oh, okay. I actually agree with you, Mark.
Something about his eyes. Something about his eyes.
It was because it was done on a reality show, but he proposed. They bonded over some good things. I don't know. I want to see how this turns out. We're gonna pause and we're gonna wait on that one, okay? But I agree with you. She should wait. All right. Up next, because the tea keeps pouring. All right. So tea goes good with a what? A burger. A good burger, though, right? So Kenan Thompson and Kel Mitchell announced we're getting a Good Burger sequel, y'all. So they made the announcement on Jimmy Fallon's late night talk show. Kel yelled out the famous Good Burger slogan right before the big announcement. Now, it's been over 25 years since the movie came out. Kenan and Kel did give us some tea about what to expect in the sequel. Kel's character, Ed, might be running Good Burger, y'all. And we may see a whole new generation of interesting employees who we might actually recognize. I'm excited to see it. Mark, do you know the slogan?
No.
Say it. Say the slogan, Mark. You know it.
I don't know it.
Welcome to Good Burger, home with a Good Burger. Can I take your order?
I think it's a good thing.
Are you excited to see it?
I'm not excited, but I think, like you said, your generation is.
Yes, the millennials, we are super excited for this. Come on, Mark. We got to go see this. We got to go to the premiere. We got to see this thing when it comes out, okay? We got to support our own. No, but I'm excited to see it. I can't wait for it. Okay, well, that's it for the tea for today. Y'all know what to do. I got the cheetah print on. I'm growling your way. That's it for the tea today. Now go sip on all that tea.
Thank you, Lady T. It's a nice dry start here to the day at home. We're not the only ones Mother Nature is putting on a show for. Here's meteorologist Justin Chambers with a beautiful sunrise in Old Alabama.
Yeah, really nice shot here from my buddy Dave in Alabama. Look at that. Anniston, Alabama is what we're looking at there, where you can see the cloud cover and just need a few clouds to make for a very pretty sunrise. So we always get some great pictures from you. I always ask you to send them in, chime in on our website or on the app. Either way, send those great weather pictures in. Overall, a great day today to be outside, getting some sunshine, less wind, and warmer temperatures as well. Those temps staying in the above average category for today. Now, we're tracking rain. That's going to be moving in later this week, so we will have to be dealing with that, but more of a spring rain coming through. Check your hour-by-hour forecast. Upper 50s through noon. We'll be in the low to mid 60s through the next couple of hours and into the afternoon, so looking good for our high temps, and you can see those numbers, again, well above average, typically 56. Most of us in central Maryland in the low to mid 60s. A little cooler near the Chesapeake and even out toward the eastern shore, but still 50s and 60s, considering where we've been just a couple of days ago. We'll definitely take it. Up and down the 95 corridor, checking out the cherry blossoms in D.C., 62 today. Lower 50s down the ocean in Ocean City and 62 in Philly for the afternoon. Maybe you're flying today. Well, pilots, overall, we're talking about a pretty nice day to be up there in the skies. Visual flight rules, VFR. And man, when you're done flying, let's throw some meat on the grill. We're talking 60s here in the next, in the 4, 5, and 6 o'clock hour for your grill cast, even hanging on to some upper 50s through 7 p.m. Remember, that sun stays up later, so we're getting longer daylight hours, more time to enjoy outdoor activities. Our future scan, dry today. Today's the one. That's the nice day. Now, tomorrow, not bad, just a little bit more cloud cover rolling through by the time we head into your Wednesday afternoon. Track in just a few showers coming through on Thursday, but that's going to be definitely the warmest day. And then that next cold front comes through, brings rain showers to us Friday morning, and then off and on showers into Friday afternoon. Some of those showers left over into Saturday, too. But overall, in your 10-day forecast, can't argue with these numbers. They're looking good. We'll keep those 60s around, as I mentioned, lower 70s Thursday, and then more of those 60s all the way through the weekend and into early next week.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Maple Grove Medical Clinic.
Erectile dysfunction, commonly known as ED, affects men directly in terms of romance and intimacy. However, it's more than just that. It can affect men in terms of their self-esteem and confidence. Mark Kramer from Maple Grove Medical Clinic joins us to tell us more. Mark, is it common to hear about those types of confidence struggles from your patients related to ED?
Absolutely. This is a tough topic for guys to deal with. There's a lot of embarrassment, and that embarrassment can lead to lack of communication with both their significant other as well as their healthcare provider. What guys need to realize, though, is that this is a physical medical problem. It is a lack of blood flow in most cases of ED, and guys, you just need to do something about it. It's not going to get better on its own.
Okay, now talking about ED can be embarrassing, even with a physician. What are some of the things that you do for the patients to make them a little bit more comfortable talking about such a sensitive topic?
Yeah, so this is an important question, too. So guys have to realize that at Maple Grove Medical Clinic, we have an all-male clinic, and it's a very discreet and confidential environment. Also, guys, your goal should really be to have the root cause of your ED taken care of. And at Maple Grove Medical Clinic, our goal is to help to get you there. And we do that with a breakthrough treatment. It is called acoustic wave therapy.
All right, now, are the treatments long? How long should men anticipate the treatment taking?
No, they're not long at all. The average guy is going to need several treatments over the course of a 2 to 3 week period. Those treatments last about 15 minutes each. That's it. And it's also important, guys, to understand there's no pain involved. This is non-invasive. A small device is placed on top of the skin. That delivers gentle pressure waves to the blood vessels. It helps to repair those blood vessels, which over time become broken down. And now you have more blood flow where and when you need it the most.
Wow, it sounds like you guys are doing a lot to make sure the patients that come into Maple Grove Medical Clinic are comfortable. How is this treatment less invasive compared to other methods such as surgery and injections?
Yeah, so there are no needles, no injections involved whatsoever. There is no surgery involved with this. This is all localized treatment with our acoustic wave therapy. And again, it is topical. It is non-invasive.
Okay, now is Maple Grove doing any sort of promotion right now for the men who are considering visiting the clinic?
We are. Call Maple Grove Medical Clinic right now, guys. You will qualify for the exam, the assessment, the blood flow ultrasound with our doctor. In addition to that, you'll receive a gift which can produce rapid results for those intimate moments. But you really need to call now, guys, to take advantage of this offer.
Good to know. Okay, well, thank you so much for sharing all that info with us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, till next time.
So ahead, is it a liquid? People are going nuts over the TSA's latest comments about peanut butter. What the TSA is saying and you're saying about it, coming up.
You're watching Be More Lifestyle.
Trending now, 2 lottery players in Maryland won big prizes in scratch-off games last week. According to Maryland lottery officials, one person won $5 million scratching off the 50 years game ticket purchase in Lanham. The second person won $2 million playing Cash is King. That scratch-off was purchased in Bel Air.
Hello, my name is Adam Sandler.
Comedian Adam Sandler was awarded the 2023 Mark Twain Prize for American Humor this past weekend. The event was held at the Kennedy Center Concert Hall in Washington, D.C. Kennedy Center President Deborah Rutter called Sandler a remarkable artist. Adam Sandler is set to come to CFG Bank Arena in Baltimore April 21st for his comedy tour. Some new buzz around rapper Snoop Dogg's latest venture. The music icon and entrepreneur is launching a new line of coffee, partnering with an Indonesian coffee giant to unveil Indo XYZ. The pair describes the brand as a lifestyle coffee brand. They say the coffee beans are from several Indonesian islands and roasted in Los Angeles. The coffee will launch in California before rolling out in Las Vegas and then the rest of the country. Each can of cold brew has a suggested price of $5.99, while each bag of roasted whole bean coffee starts at about $18. And trending now, NBA Hall of Fame legend Magic Johnson could soon be in the NFL game. Johnson has joined Josh Harris's bid to buy the Washington Commanders. Johnson already has ownership stakes in the pro market with the Dodgers, Los Angeles FC, and the Sparks. Forbes estimates the Commanders' worth and asking price could be $5.6 billion. Longtime Washington owner Dan Snyder has been shopping the team around after multiple investigations and scandals. Any sales has to be approved by a majority of NFL owners. And trending now when it comes to traveling by plane, the TSA is tasked with stopping dangerous items from getting on planes, and that's led to a famous 3-ounce liquid rule. But the TSA is now dividing the internet after saying peanut butter is a liquid. It comes after a viral tweet where a man says his jar of peanut butter was confiscated for being too large. And we wanted you to tell it. Is peanut butter a liquid? Most of you are saying, no way. And we got a great show lined up for tomorrow. Selling Baltimore is the place to be. We'll talk about the new efforts to bring the spirit of America's Cup to Charm City.
Find out how to have your business featured on Be More Lifestyle. Email us at BeMoreLifestyleTV@FoxBaltimore.com.
And thank you for inviting us into your home. It's always a joy. Make sure you follow us on Be More. You follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and all those other places at Be More Lifestyle, okay? Have a great one, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.